Hey folks, today I'm going to be showing you Wuthering Waves early gameplay. We are currently in the second round of the closed beta and I got access to iOS. I'm playing from an iPhone 12 and I want to guide you through to show you how it feels to play the game. I want to show you the UI, the spells, abilities, movement, controls and such. If you want to see a high-level overview about the game itself, then hop over, check my other videos because I recently published a review of Wuthering Waves. Let's start with the UI. If you have played any of the RPG games that have been released on mobile, you're gonna see that it's pretty much the same. So on the top left side, we have the map, and then on the right hand side, right top hand side, we have the settings and such. Let's have a quick peek into that. So here you have the store, for example, resonators, which is basically your characters or heroes. You can check their attributes and such. Then you have team, data bank, which is more of an informational type of thing where you can like look up stuff. You have the tutorials here. You have your missions and friends. In the settings section, there's one thing I want to highlight. So that's the voice, because in my review video, I highlighted that there are no voiceovers in the game. Maybe it's just a closed beta, but seeing that there's a voice, you can adjust. I guess they're going to be voiceovers in the final version. In terms of graphics, everything is set to maximum. At the moment, we have 60 FPS, at least on iOS. And with my iPhone 12, there are no glitches, no lags, so everything can be set to like maximum. Here on the right hand side, you can swap your characters. I'm going to get back to that when I talk about the fights, because I think it's amazing how they did the character swap in this game. And then you have the spells down here. So you have like a dash, you can jump. The jump is never even close to reality because otherwise they would just leap and don't jump. We have the attack, and then there's a secondary attack. This one down here, it's like a special ability. And then there's one more which transforms you into an animal, or to be more precise, you can collect the echoes from the enemies, creatures you defeat, and then you can transform into them during the fights. Here on the left hand side, there's the ultimate, which I cannot use now. And there is one more thing I want to show you, which is the grapple. I think we're going to have more of these. You can see gadget pod, others are empty. So I guess we're going to have extra like abilities, but for now I have the grapple. If I use that, then I can like jump up to, oh my god, I didn't want to fall down. I'm gonna die. No, I didn't die. But anyways, the grapple can be used to like jump up to higher spaces, and sometimes there is something that appears which you can use kind of to like grab that item, and then you can use the grapple to get up there. I hope it makes sense. I like the idea of having the dash, the double dash, because I can kind of run pretty fast and then keep dashing, which makes movement pretty fast, and it's not so boring that you just run around. I really like that. Compared to other RPG games for mobile, I think here the controls are pretty cool and smooth, to be honest. And there's one more thing I want to show you. So if you jump down from a high place, then you can use your glider. You cannot use it endlessly because you see that circle next to my character. It's kind of the stamina. And, you know, if you get exhausted, then you just fall off your glider. But it's pretty cool because there are some high places and you can kind of fast travel with your glider. If you're done with the boring part, I want to show you some fight in action. I have some enemies here, and what I want to highlight is the character swapping. I did that in my review as well. I really like the way you swap your characters because, as you could see, for a single second, your previous character is still there. I'm not sure if it was visible, but it's not that you instantly swap your character and it's being replaced by the previous one. The previous one is still there and the new character is there, which makes it very smooth, and I personally really like it. Hope I can show you the evade thing, which I also mentioned in my review. So if there's incoming damage, then you can evade, and there's a slight slow motion, which I truly liked. Come on, hit me, do something. Guys, hit me, do some damage. There you go, there you go. This is what you see if you dash while there is incoming damage, and then there's a slow-mo, which I think is truly impressive. And this is what I mentioned when I said echoes. So you can absorb them, and basically you can use these features and then transform into them, like I just did. As with any other RPG, guys, you're gonna need to learn like the different characters, the spells, the materials, everything you can pick up and all kind of stuff. But that's, I think, you know, the fun part of the game. You need to learn the different creatures, their strengths, their weaknesses. And I haven't mentioned yet that it's an open world game. So I'm just wandering around in the world with basically no objective. And I always like the open world games because it gives you like tons of freedom and you are not just being tied to the missions. But in case you want to progress in the game, then here you have the missions. Chapter 1, there's a main storyline, of course, and then there are like side quests as we would expect that in any of the RPGs. I'm absolutely sure that this game is going to be compared to Genshin Impact, and I have two thoughts about that. Even if it's similar to Genshin Impact, consider it as like a movie. If you watch a nice movie, a good movie, and somebody releases something similar, which gives you again a nice experience, why would you not want to watch that movie? Think about that. So even if it's similar, it doesn't mean that it cannot be as good. The second thing is that people, generally speaking, like new stuff. And Genshin Impact has been around for a while, and this is brand new story, brand new characters, brand new kind of spells, animations, characters, and kind of everything. And that's my general mindset, even from other genres. Just because there was one battle royale, does it mean that nobody ever can develop a battle royale? That's not true. Let's be open to new stuff, and I think this game definitely deserves some attention. I really hope that it's not gonna happen, that it's being released and then shortly after, like after a couple of months, it's gonna be shut down, because look at that. Look at how much detail there has been added, and there's tons of conversations, very detailed story, interesting story. So it would be a shame if all of that effort goes into the trash. I would be really happy to hear your opinion based on what you just saw, especially if you also saw my review video. And because this is an interesting topic. I mean, having a game which kind of already existed, but then another development team takes a stab and does something that is similar, but at the same time unique and special. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a waste of time? Are you planning to jump into Wuthering Waves, or are you just bored of yet another RPG game? Any opinion is welcome. If you have any further questions about the game, then please leave comments, and thank you for your attention. As always, see you in the next one. Shady out. Bye.